Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Today we are going to be going into order of operations. It's how you solve any math problem, okay, correctly, of course. All right. So we are going to be on page 9, okay? So it's going to be order of operations. And y'all might have called it PEMDAS in elementary or GEMDAS. I've heard people use GEMDAS. So either one of those is correct, okay? And that's why we did exponents yesterday, because exponents are going to be part of PEMDAS. And you remember exponents, they're that little number on the top right corner, okay? So if I gave you 3 to the second power, 3 squared, what does that mean? It means 3 times 3, which gives you 9, okay? So that's going to help you out on solving today's problems. So let's go ahead and turn to page 9 in our notebook, okay? And it is our page number, page 9. And we're going to be doing order of operations, okay? Order of operations. And we're going to go ahead and go through that PEMDAS, what y'all used in elementary school, okay? Since that's what was mainly used, all right? So in PEMDAS, the first letter of that acronym is the letter P. Let me just move my face around. Take up the whole screen. Okay. So the first letter is P, and that stands for parentheses. Okay, so parentheses could look one or two ways at this level. We can look and see those, okay? Or sometimes you might even see the brackets, okay? That's why they use GEMDAS, the grouping, okay? So parentheses are pretty much anything inside of the parentheses or brackets, anything inside there, you're gonna have to solve for first, okay? You're gonna have to solve for those first, all right? So anything inside, not outside. The next part after parentheses, we have exponents. And that's what we did yesterday, if you remember. Okay, next is exponents. I'll do the example we did together. So if we had 3 to the second power, or 3 squared, this is what your exponent looks like. And you would have to solve it. You remember how we solved it? It meant 3 times 3. I'm going to use the dot for multiplication now just to make it easier. And 3 times 3 is 9. So when you see that exponent right there, it means if you see this, you have to solve it next, okay? So exponents will be next. So again, anything inside the parentheses goes first. You have to solve it first, then look for the exponent. If you have an exponent, solve that one next. Now, the next one is where we do have some issues. Some students make a mistake here, okay? Because in PEMDAS, the next letter is M. That stands for multiplying, but that does not mean I do all the multiplication first and then division next, okay? Multiplication, division go together, okay? You're going to do the one that happens first as you're reading the problem from left to right, okay? So we have the M for multiply, or we're going to divide. Okay, and again, it's going to be whichever comes first from left to right. From left to right. Okay, so as you're reading the math problem, you start from the left and go to the right. And if division is the first thing you see, that's what you're going to do. If multiplication is the first thing you see, that's the one you're going to do. Okay, so these two are hand in hand. That's why I use the same color pen. Okay, and just like multiplying or dividing, the last two also belong together. It's an either or kind of thing. Okay, so the last two is going to be, you're either going to add, as the letter A, or subtract. And again, it's going to be whichever comes first from left to right. And it goes that way. Okay? So the process again, parentheses, anything inside the parentheses goes first. You solve that first. Exponent, okay? You see an exponent, solve that one next. Multiplying or dividing, whichever comes first as you're reading it from left to right. And then last, adding or subtracting, again, whichever one comes first from left to right, okay? And that's how we're going to be solving the problems today. All right, so let's get into some examples to see how we do. So we'll start off something easy, something like just a few operations. Let's take 4 plus 8 times 2. So I'm using the little dot for multiplication, okay? Now the way PEMDAS works, you go letter by letter. P stands for parentheses. Do you see any parentheses in our problem? Nope, so I can skip it. Exponents. Do you see any exponents here? Nope. How about multiplication or division? Yes, I see the division right here. Multiplication right here. So I'm going to go ahead and multiply 8 times 2, which gives you 16. Okay, now these two numbers have been replaced by the 16. I have not done anything to the 4, so he comes down, and that operation comes down as well. And now you're down to one operation, so you just might as well solve the problem. What is 4 plus 16? It's going to be 20. Okay, so it's going to be a upside down triangle. Some people say the V, or a pizza slice. I've heard that as I've been working here. So either one of those, whatever you remember, is good. Okay, you ready for a little harder one? Okay, let's get into some more operations. Let's go with 2 plus 6 plus 8 squared. 2 plus 6 plus 8 squared. Okay. Now following PEMDAS again, do you see any P parentheses? Nope. How about exponents? E. Yes. Here's my exponent right there. So I have to solve this problem. Now 8 squared, or 8 to the second power. Remember what it means? It means I'm going to do 8 times 8. And what is 8 times 8? It is 64. Good. Okay. Excellent. Exponents are done. Let's go to the next one. Multiplication or division. Do you have any of that here? So I skip that one and go to the last one, adding or subtracting. You read it like you read a book. Start from the left. There's addition right here. I'm going to do this one first. 6 plus 2, 8. And bring that plus 64 down. And now I'm down to the one operation. So 8 plus 64, 70. Oh, it doesn't fit. 72. 72 would be your answer. Okay. A little bit better. Remember it now? Okay. Then let's go a little harder then. Let's do 4 squared plus, parenthesis, 19 minus 15, close it, times 3. Okay. So now we can go ahead and work it out. Let's go 4 squared plus parenthesis 19 minus 15, parenthesis closed, times 3. Let's take a look at our parentheses here. Do you have any? Yes, we have them right here. So that means we're going to solve anything that is inside there. Okay. So 19 minus 15 is 4. Okay. Now everything else that we didn't touch comes down. So the 4 squared comes down, the addition sign. This is taken care of. This has been replaced by the 4, so that I have to rewrite. Times 3. So always double check, make it nice and neat. Okay. So there's my parentheses. Next up, my exponents. Do you see any exponent? Very good. It's right here. Okay. So 4 squared, or 4 to the second power, means 4 times 4. And 4 times 4 is 16 plus 4 times 3. Bring everything else down. Okay. Next up, multiplication or division. Read the problem from left to right. There's addition. Nope. There's multiplication. Okay. And that's what it says, multiply or divide. So I see multiplication. So I'm going to do this right here. 4 times 3 is 12. And bring down the 16 and the plus. Okay. And lastly, since I only have one operation, that means just solve it. 16 plus 12 is 28. Just like that. Okay. We good there? Excellent. Okay. Let's go ahead and do some try it outs on your own. See if you are good to go. So let's go to the back here. Okay. And you're going to try it out. Okay. So try it out number 1. Let's see. 9. Yeah. Let's do 9 plus parenthesis. Come on, kid. 9 minus 4 times 2. And then for this one, let's do. I'm going to give you something hard, but not too hard. Let me think. Let's do 6 plus parenthesis 12 divided by 4 times 2. Okay. So go ahead and write those down. Press pause and solve it. See if you can get it. And then we'll go ahead and do it together. All right. Should be back. Let's take a look at your answers and see if you got what I got. All right. First things first, I see parentheses, but in this one, I have 2 operations, okay? When you have 2 operations, you're going to follow PEMDAS again. And in the order of PEMDAS, multiplication does come first. So I'm going to make sure I do this one first. So 4 times 2 is 8. Now, this 9 is still part of the parentheses, so I'm going to keep the parentheses there, okay, just like that. So again, I have 2 operations inside the parentheses. I'm going to do the multiplication first because in PEMDAS, it says multiply before you subtract. So I did 4 times 2 is 8, brought down the 9 and the subtraction sign, and then brought down the other 9. Now, I'm not done in here yet, so I need to finish the parentheses off. 9 minus 8 is 1. Now that the parentheses is done, I do not need to rewrite the parentheses. And now I have 9 plus 1. And it's only one operation, so we solve it. 9 plus 1 is 10. If you got that right, give yourself a big pat on the back, okay? I put that in there to try to see how you did on that one, okay? Good. Let's go to the next one. 6 plus 12 divided by 4 times 2. You should have seen the parentheses first. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Bring it down. Just like that. I saw no exponents, so the next thing you should have done was the multiplication over here. 3 times 2 is 6. Okay. And then the last operation, 6 plus 6 is 12. Okay. So you should have got 10 and 12 for your try it out on your own. Hopefully you did, okay? If not, go over the notes again or watch the other video, the bonus video I put on here to give you some more practice on it, okay? But any questions, please email me or private comment me. That'll be excellent, okay? All right, guys. See you tomorrow, and y'all have a great day.